We are on the record in the 13th Judicial District Court of Greenwood County, Kansas. This matter comes on for review in 2024 TR 617, State of Kansas versus Abel Estrada Jr. Paul E. Dean appearing for the state, Mr. Abel Estrada Jr. appearing in person and pro se via Zoom. Now, Mr. Estrada, you were convicted of displaying an illegal license plate. You apparently had a legal plate in your car, but you chose to put on your car a plate that you had ordered specially made from a company, and I can't remember at this point what it said. You didn't like the decision, and
this, Your Honor, this was the exhibit.
There it is. Thank you. And that was manufactured at your request by a private vendor, and you were found guilty, and you said you were going to appeal. I don't believe you have paid. I don't believe you've posted your appeal bond. Then you filed some motions for today, but the main concern is you need to either pay or appeal, perfect the appeal. And if you don't, I'm going to have to direct the clerk to send in the notice to the state to suspend your license for non-payment. So let's take a look at the file. Okay, I do see something dated 2/19/2025. Appeal, notice of appeal to appellate court, and you filed that notice of appeal. So you started the appeal process, but typically they don't accept those until or unless accompanied by an appeal bond. And you did not pay that cash bond, did you?
No, I didn't. I actually did the properest, and I got a letter from the appellate court, and they said that I needed to be signed. I sent it in, but it needed to be signed, so I submitted. As soon as I got it, I submitted it to your office, and then they told me at your office that you wanted to see me today here about that letter. All I need is to get a signature. I perfected all the paperwork. For some reason, it didn't go, but if I get the signature, then I'm continuing. I'm doing everything that's supposed to.
Buckle up, guys. Today we're diving straight into a sovereign citizen showdown. Meet Abel Estrada, a man who thought fake license plates and pseudo-legal jargon would keep him above the law. The judge opens by outlining his conviction and his desperate attempt to appeal without paying a dime. This sets the tone for what's about to unravel a legal train wreck in slow motion.
I see you filed one page. It says motion to proceed in form of papyrus. I, Abel Estrada Jr., is disabled and am requesting for a waiver of court fees for the appellate court. Sincerely, Abel Estrada Jr., and it's signed and dated 2/28/25. Well, apparently, Mr. Dean, that's up to the district court to make that determination on an appeal. I would have thought the appellate court would have made that.
That would be my understanding as well. I don't know what letter Mr. Estrada is speaking of. We don't have anything. I don't have anything that shows. I've got the notice of appeal. Mr. Estrada has not been sending copies as would be required to opposing counsel of his filings with the Court of Appeals. We've received nothing. Mr. Estrada, in criminal cases, civil cases, whatever kind of case you're involved in, when you have another side to the case, which is always the case, if you file something, you're supposed to be providing copies to the other side so we know what you're doing. Just as we file a notice or something of that nature, we have to send you a copy. If we file a motion or something else, or they did the initial complaint, you get a copy of it, etc. So I don't know what he's speaking about. I just know that we've had judgment for some time on this case, and let me see.
If I may.
Well, I show the journal entry of trial. Let me see if it was filed February 25th. 1st. And that shows that he was found guilty of displaying unlawful tag.
All right, guys, here's where the circus really begins. Estrada starts fumbling over his so-called proper paperwork, claiming he just needs a signature to keep his doomed appeal alive. But the judge calmly dismantles his excuses, pointing out his failure to pay the appeal bond or follow basic procedures. It's the first glimpse of how sovereign citizen logic collides with the reality of the courtroom.
He was
I mean,
sentenced.
I think he's still within his 60-day docketing time period, so.
I think so too. So, Mr. Estrada, what is it you want to say?
Oh, here's the letter that, the appellate court sent me saying that I just needed the, sorry, this one. I just needed the signature on the papyrus, formal papyrus. I don't know if you can see it.
No, we can't. Why don't you read it to us, Mr. Estrada?
Oh, I don't have my glasses. Well, can you read it for me? I have my glasses, I don't have my glasses. Yeah.
Mr. Estrada, the office received on April 2, 25, your certified envelope postmark.
Hey, ma'am, hold on a second. Sorry, could you come more in front of the screen because we're getting a really I'm at least getting a muffled sound. I can't really tell you.
I can't track it. If you get in front of the camera and tell us your name.
Hi, my name is Annie Estrada.
Anna Estrada.
Annie Estrada.
Annie, A-N-N-I-E.
Yes.
Anna Estrada, and you're the wife of Mr. Abel Estrada Jr.?
Yes.
And you have a document in front of you with the Court of Appeals? Okay. If you'll slowly and loudly articulate that, because it is very muffled for some reason.
Did you want me to read the whole document?
Well, just the
pertinent part.
Okay.
Body of the letter, where
Okay.
it says, I'm assuming dear Mr. Abel, and then whatever's below that, or dear Mr. Estrada, excuse me.
Yes, the office received, Mr. Estrada, the office received on April 2, 2025, your certified envelope postmarked March 31st, 2025. You enclose the documents which we have reviewed. At this time, you're unable to docket an appeal based upon the following issue. First,
Now it gets even more bizarre. Estrada drags his wife into the mess, having her awkwardly read a rejection letter from the appellate court. It's painfully clear he hasn't filed things properly, hasn't served the prosecutor, and hasn't paid the required fees. The courtroom sits through a cringeworthy reading that highlights his utter lack of understanding. Watching his plan crumble in real time is both frustrating and hilarious.
we need either the docketing fee of $155 or a file stamp copy of the signed order of indigence by the district court judge. You have enclosed a motion to proceed in forma pauperis, but no order by the court has been provided. Next, we need either a file stamp copy request for transcript document filed with the district court with service on both the court reporters and opposing counsel, or a statement that no transcripts will be requested with service on the opposing counsel. A request for transcripts must note that it is being made for purposes of an appeal and must comply with rules 2.04 and 3.03. Finally, please be advised that docketing must occur within 60 calendar days of the filing of the notice of appeal with the district court. If this does not happen, then it will also be necessary for you to submit a motion to docket appeal out of time to this office, along with the items noted above. This motion must also be served by you opposing counsel.
Yes.
It appears your deadline for timely docketing would be April 21, 2025. As a result, a motion to docket out of time is not currently required, and we cannot hold the motion you have submitted as it does not serve your opposing party. Only the appellate courts of Kansas. The remaining documents you have submitted will be held by your office on your behalf for a period of 6 months pending receipt of the items noted above. This office is unable to provide legal advice or assistance.
This part is pure sovereign citizen comedy gold. Estrada invokes living man and straw man nonsense, and the judge instantly shuts it down, calling it legally meaningless. The prosecutor steps in, clearly fed up, and explains just how ridiculous and pointless these arguments are. The motion to dismiss liability is swiftly denied, proving once again that made-up legal theories hold no power in a real courtroom.
All right, so you have not perfected your appeal. You've merely filed a notice of intent to appeal. Sounds like that's the only thing you have, and that the Court of Appeals is not officially recognized.
Your Honor, it also sounds like the Court of Appeals gave him a checklist of things he needs to accomplish that we're not authorized to advise him how to complete.
Right.
Which I already did.
Clearly you haven't, sir, because the Court of Appeals just told you the list of things they need you to do, including sending a copy and certifying that you provided me a copy of things that you file with the Court of Appeals. They specifically
Don't interrupt him. Let him finish.
They specifically advised you that you had not. And I have not received anything from you except for this motion to dismiss liability, which, Your Honor, I don't know that I have anything to argue on that other than it's nonsense, and I'd ask you to deny it. I mean, I don't even know what he's attempting to do, whether he's asking the court to reconsider the judgment, doesn't state that, whether he's asking the court to make an indigency finding. He has presented, other than naked statements that he claims he is, has provided nothing to the court to make that consideration, or whether he's asking the court to waive the appeal bond. It doesn't say that either, but those are the three logical conclusions I could come to that he's trying to request. But I don't believe anything's been presented that would give him relief, and that's all I have to say on the topic.
On your motion to dismiss liability, let's take that up. It says, I reserved my right not to be compelled to perform under any contract or commercial agreement that I did not enter knowingly nor voluntarily or intentionally. Furthermore, I do not accept any liability of a compelled benefit of any unrevealed contract of a.
And he just keeps digging deeper. Estrada insists he's already submitted everything, but the prosecutor points out multiple procedural failures, misfiled documents, premature motions. In total confusion, this is a textbook sovereign citizen tactic falling apart piece by piece. The judge remains patient but firm, reinforcing how the legal system works when someone refuses to play by the rules.
Commercial agreement, and then it's signed Abel Estrada Jr., living man, authorized representative for Abel Estrada, straw man. Now, I'm going to deny that because I share the state's comment or belief that it makes no sense. It doesn't have any legal argument in it. So motion to dismiss liability, whatever in the world that's intended to be, is hereby denied. Journal entry of continuance. Did you file that?
I think the journal entry of continuance, Your Honor, may be the last one where we were reviewing the status of the appeal and or the payment of costs and fines.
That's what that was. Okay.
And the payment of the appeal bond. So I believe that was a late April date on the perfecting the appeal. So I would ask the court to set this over to someday in early May. But it hasn't been properly completed at that point in time. The state would be moving to dismiss the appeal.
If I may, I did submit copies of everything that they asked me to your office. And by the way, the actual April letter that I sent certified, that was the second letter that I sent. I sent it because when we went to court the last time, it didn't seem like you guys got anything, so I resent all the paperwork again for the second time. But all they're asking right now is the papyrus indigents, which you already have, and then the request for the records. I already sent it in, and I sent the COA. So I did the paperwork. It's been sent, and you guys, everybody got a copy of it, or at least at the court of record. That's what.
Here's where the judge drives the point home. He asks about Estrada's income, reminding him he's not truly indigent and can afford the fees if he wants an appeal. Estrada tries to twist it into another excuse, but the court isn't buying it. The prosecutor reinforces the state's position, and the sovereign citizen fantasy keeps unraveling. It's a perfect lesson in why courtroom theatrics never beat actual law.
They told me Then I said, do I need to send one directly myself or do you get a copy? I'm talking Mr. Dean, the judge and Mr. Dean gets a copy and they say, no, don't worry, they get a copy. So I submitted that to you guys already.
Okay, when you say I submitted to you guys, who do you mean?
I'm sorry?
Who do you mean when you say I submitted it to you guys?
To the court of record?
Who is the court of record? Is that the district court? Is that the
District court.
Court of Appeals? Did you send it to the clerk? You sent it to the judge?
I send it to you directly, magistrate, and I send it, I put it on the court of record. So they told me there at the court of record that you're gonna get a copy also. That's why I submitted this already.
I see where I signed off on an order to remove a document from the record that you had apparently misfiled, a motion to docket appeal out of time. And it was premature. You shouldn't have filed that. So that was removed. Missy, didn't you show me that he had brought something into the office, but I'm not seeing it in the file. I don't know what he brought in. Do you have that, or should I have that somewhere? It seems like I saw something that he may have. Missy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Judge. I can see there was a paper. Let me see. Let me go see what it was.
See if it's the clerk's office. But as far as the informa pauperis, I have not made that determination. I did appoint you, perhaps I shouldn't have an attorney since this isn't or wasn't the.
Finally, the reality check. The judge schedules the next hearing, demands the $158 appeal, bond, and flat out refuses to sign Estrada's nonsense paperwork. The prosecutor delivers one last sharp reminder that justice isn't free for those who won't follow the rules. Estrada is left with no way out, facing license suspension and a dismissed appeal. And that's the end of this sovereign citizen disaster. If you enjoyed watching this unfold, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.